Welcome back to the Express at Bear Creek Park in Surrey. Now, tag might be the most popular game here, but in Thailand, Muay Thai is the national sport. They even have a holiday to celebrate the martial art. At Clinch MMA in Burnaby, Sal Snickerz is putting a spin on the ancient art form.
5 years ago, Sasaki was going nowhere fast.
Yeah, I was out partying, trying to meet girls, and trying to live this stupid life, and, I wasn't too serious.
Until he went to Thailand on vacation and discovered this. Muay Thai, the oldest form of kickboxing in the world. Inside the ring, Tak learned how to focus his energy.
It's a bit of a matrix thing. Like, your adrenaline kicks in and things just start to slow down, and it's really interesting to see what goes on. And then after I watch the fight, I can't believe how fast it's going, and it's like, wow, it went that fast, whereas in that moment, things just start slowing down, and I'm just like in that moment, so it's a surreal experience, yeah.
Because I know what I got to do to finish this off: first round, second round, third round.
Sal Ram knows the feeling. He's been immersed in Muay Thai since 2000, training with local fighters in Thailand and sharing his knowledge of this ancient sport.
Be smart, yeah, there you go. In Muay Thai, we're using 8 limbs, which is the elbows, the fists, the knees, and the shins. Okay, so it's got eight strikes.
The real action, though, happens during something they call the clinch.
The clinch is when two guys are tied up, above the head, underneath the arm you're wrapped up, or underneath the body, grabbing the waist. You're basically tied up in more of like a wrestling hold. You're holding each other up, but technically you're moving. You're trying to unbalance your partner. Sometimes in the clinches, you take a knee to the body, and in Thailand, this is how we score the points.
But Sal's not really in it for the violence. He says it's more a way to stay healthy, physically and mentally.
It gives me a balance. Martial arts, it gives me a sense of identity. It helps me focus on my life. I use martial arts in everything I do in my life. That's my religion.
And Tak's been saved too. Now more determined and disciplined, Muay Thai, he says, has changed his life forever.
But yeah, I would definitely say it saved my life and put myself in a positive direction. I really don't know where I would be today without the training and stuff like that. So
I'm Chung in Burnaby for The Express.
Did you know that originally Muay Thai fighters were trained to protect the King of Thailand from invaders hundreds of years ago? To find out how you can get involved with it in present day, go to clinchmma.com. Now we have another fun story up next on The Express that will make you feel good also, but probably in a different kind of way. We're checking out a new web series, White Collar Poet, that's launching soon. It's filmed in downtown Vancouver, mockumentary style.
Mixing business with an art is a tightrope act.
Richard Scribe is the white-collar poet, not only in real life, but also as the star of a brand new documentary web series being launched later this month.
I've always had a way with words, but never had a chance to say what's really on my mind, because numbers are taking up all my time.
Richard works full-time as an insurance adjuster and started performing poetry one evening last year.
I live in Yaletown, and I ended up in a little bar, and they were doing an open night poetry thing, and I was like, oh, this is great, and I've already had a couple of glasses of scotch, and pulled out my phone and wrote a little sort of poem that was sort of in my brain, and I went up and I did it, and I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified, and I guess that was kind of the beginning of it.
Soon after that, Richard was discovered by filmmaker Michael Grand, who created a web series around this white-collar poet.
What inspires me about Rich's poetry is just that it's so honest, and it's the spirit and the energy, and it's very guerrilla style. Like, he just gets up and does it anywhere, and he's really trying to share this message with people that you need to tap into your creative side, and if you block it for too long, you can get lost.
Sometimes I think outside the box, inside the box.
He gave us access to his personal life, to his business life, and anybody who would play along and let us film them. Everybody was so great, and we really got to go on this ride.
It really has awakened like an artistic flame inside of me that I didn't even know was there. It's jumping off the cliff, You've got a parachute, hopefully, and the worst thing that's going to happen is people won't listen, I guess. but some people will.
And that's what both Michael and Richard hope will continue to happen. In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
I bring home the bacon and I'm good to my wife, so how come she wants me out of her life? Word to your broker.
You can watch the full trailer of White Collar Poet online at their website, whitecollarpoet.com. The launch of their first episode is August 29th, and after that, there'll be a new one every 2 weeks. You're watching The Express, and stay with us to find out what's coming up on our episode. After the break, the faces of the Community Art Project.
To be successful in life, you have to work with other people.
Run, Herman!
A ropes course with Pacific Adventure Learning. The Express. We are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
Makeup services for Shaw TV, provided by Beauty Mark.
We are kids. Wish kids.
10,000 kids.
We are brave.
We are strong.
We are fighters. Some days are good, some days are bad. Some of us make it.
Some of us don't.
My wish will make me strong.
The Children's Wish Foundation of Canada.
Does a wish make a difference?
You bet. You bet.
Imagine the difference a wish can make.
Only 2 more needles till my wish.
Please give today.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
Hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by The Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
Welcome back to The Express at Bear Creek Park in Surrey. It's not just playtime here, but also at UBC, where if you want, you can learn the ropes of life, or just learn the ropes.
We're at the UBC Ropes Course.
Oh, watch his legs.
Yeah, we see him. We got him.
It's about taking people out of their comfort zone and into their learning zone. And so it's using adventure-based learning to do that.
There you go.
All right, Eddie.
Where's the rope?
The UBC Ropes Course, operated by Pacific Adventure Learning, is a place where teachers aren't always in charge, and participants rely on their peers to solve problems.
Reach out. There you go.
When you're a little kid, you put your hand over the candle and you burn your hand. It's experiential learning at its purest. You learn very quickly when you're experiencing something. So they'll get to go through a series of games and climbing around on low structures and just bonding as a team and learning how to focus on the task.
When the activities are complete, there's a debrief, and that's where the real lessons of communication and group dynamics are explored.
They're teenage boys, and I mean, those people out there, they've got teenage boys, will understand there's a lot going on. And they're getting to the age where it's not all about them anymore. They're starting to understand working with other people is important. To be in a community, to be successful in life, you have to work with other people.
Come on, Herman!
Group members can then choose to take part in the action a bit higher up.
We have a philosophy called challenge by choice. And so we create emotionally and physically a safe arena for people to operate. So you can choose to support your buddy's safety line and not actually climb yourself.
Most of these high school students are up for the High Ropes Challenge.
Keep going up, yo. I'll use the side cord. Pretty fun. Scary when you look down there. Yeah.
What do you think about coming to a course like this?
Pretty fun. It's worth it.
Extremely fun. Lots of bonding, and I like how they actually split us up into 2 separate groups of people we did not know.
You have to switch with somebody. Yeah, now switch.
Richard, go forward.
Yeah.
Go forward.
We're trying to change it around the thinking of what I can get out of this to what we can get out of this.
Now what? You guys have to think.
Okay.
Now take.
I'm Erin Shaw in Vancouver for The Express.
Go, go.
Let's get across.
Pacific Adventure Learning does mostly corporate events, all about team building and having fun. And if you're looking for more ways to have some fun, we've got some ideas with today's Cultus Lake Big Summer Spotlight. All hail the Boy King. This summer at Aberdeen Centre, you can experience an interactive exhibition featuring Egyptian wonders of the world made of brightly colored M&Ms. Lougheed Town Centre and Brentwood Town Centre are pleased to enhance the shopping experience while supporting local artists. There's a wealth of talent for shoppers to enjoy. You can spend an evening at the Richmond Night Market and experience part festival, part carnival, a celebration of food, culture, and adventure. And that's it for today's Express from Bear Creek Park. We're going to close with a look at a new art project from here in Surrey. It's called Faces of the Community. And we look forward to seeing you next time.